So in the last lecture we got an intuition on how divergence, curl and gradient behave. Okay, if I have a vector field, if there is a given vector field, and then by looking at it or by certain of its characteristics, if I can decide whether it is, if there is a divergence at all existing, if the field given is rotational or irrotational, or there is a gradient. Okay, so now we are interested only in 3 coordinate system. One is Cartesian x, y, z, cylindrical r, theta, z, and spherical r, theta, phi. So now we should be able to compute these 3 quantities in all these 3 spherical, all these 3 curvilinear systems. We call them curvilinear, whether it is Cartesian or it is spherical or cylindrical, we call them curvilinear system. So one way is that we compute divergence, curl and gradient in all these systems one by one, okay, and we get everything. That is also possible, but that is a lengthy method. So instead, if we can devise a generalized method, and then just by substituting certain values, if we can get a standard form or gradient in Cartesian, then we change the values and we get the gradient in spherical, and then we change the value and we get gradient in cylindrical. That would be much better, because then we will have to do only once, we will have to devise a method. Okay, so we will go by the later method, that is we will generalize, we will have a generalized method, and then we will try to see if we can do certain substitution and find out the equivalent divergence, curl and gradient in other coordinate system. So we will start with gradient because it is the most basic operation. So let us first consider gradient. So I will consider an system with u, v and w coordinates. I consider orthogonal coordinate system u, v, w, they all are orthogonal. Okay. Now if they are orthogonal, now these u, v, w can be x, y, z, they can be anything depending upon in which coordinate system you are. If you are in Cartesian system, u, v, w is equal to x, y, z. If you are in spherical system, this is r, theta and phi, and if you are in cylindrical system, it is r, theta and z. So I will write the notation here. So it is x, y, z, and it is r, theta, phi, and it is r, theta, z. Okay. So it means these u, v, w can take any value depending upon in which coordinate system you are. Now these coordinates are function of position, that is I can reorient. I can have, if suppose I am in the x, y, z coordinate, I can have x here, y here, z here, and you would want to have other way around. You can have x here, y here, z here. So it means all these coordinates are function of position. They can have any direction depending upon the position. Okay. So this we will have to remember. And another thing, we should always be very clear that when I am in the Cartesian system, x, y, z represents the length. But when I go to other system, if I say u, v, w, and if I am considering Cartesian system, then all u, v, w would represent length, displacement. But when I go to spherical system, then v and w may not represent length, they are theta and phi, they are angles. Okay. So this thing should always be clear if whenever we are considering a small displacement vector, because mostly all gradient, curl and divergence are calculated by taking small displacement. You always try to differentiate, that is you are giving a small displacement to your coordinates. So it means whenever we are taking a displacement vector, we should be very clear that in which system we are, and we are representing our displacement vector appropriately, that is it should be dimensionally balanced. You should not write in spherical system that the displacement vector, small displacement vector dl is equal to dr plus d theta plus d phi, that is wrong. Okay. But in Cartesian system you can write that dxi plus dyj plus dzk, you can write that, that is right, because all these are going to represent displacement or length, dimensionally it is correct. So this should be very clear, there should not be any confusion. Okay. So when you are doing this conversion, this should not be any confusion, but I will try that you, when you are doing this conversion from one system to the other, the conversion is foolproof. So now I have UVW, now what I do, this I know is a function of position, UVW with unit vectors and W cap. Okay. And they are function of position. Okay. Now I move UVW by small amount du dv dw, that is, so if for a small displacement from UVW to u plus du, v plus dv and w plus dw, okay, I can write that the displacement vector dl for this small displacement, you have changed the coordinate, so there will be a displacement vector, that displacement vector dl is equal to f du u cap g dv v cap plus h dw w cap. Okay, where these f, g, h have value one, that is value of f, g, h is 1 in Cartesian system, okay, and in spherical system it is 1 r sine theta, okay, and in cylindrical system it is 1 r 1. Okay. So if you remember this table, and then probably you will be able to write the divergence, curl and gradient in any coordinate system. Okay. So I have this, and why I am writing like this, just to ensure f, g and h, just to ensure if I do not write this g here suppose, and if this is in spherical system, then dv will give me d theta. This is not displacement, but the moment I write g there and value of g is r, so it becomes dimensionally, then the equation becomes balanced. Okay. So that is why I have introduced these terms f, g and h, to ensure that my displacement vector always has the dimension of displacement. Okay. So I have this f du u, so this is the displacement vector. Now if I have a scalar function t, which is varying in u, v and w, then for this displacement vector dl, the total change dt will be equal to del t dot dl ठीक है। ये कैसे आया, इसका एक स्टेप ऊपर लिखते हैं, ग्रेडियंट आपको याद हो जब हमने ग्रेडियंट कैलकुलेट किया था, सो वी रोट फ्रॉम द रूल ऑफ पार्शियल डिफरेंशिएशन दैट dt इज इक्वल टू del t by del u into du plus del t by del v into dv plus del t by del w into dw. Okay. So that is equal to dt is equal to del t dot dl. So, I can write this as, now if I come here, this is equal to du, this term, otherwise this term should be equal to du. Okay. So, I can represent, in between I will write one more term. So, I can write here that this is equal to f del t by del u du plus g del t by del v dv plus h del t by del w dw, just to ensure that the dimensions are correct, because the previous expression would have been wrong if the coordinate system was other than anything Cartesian. It was something else, it was not Cartesian. Then the first equation would have been wrong. Okay, dimensionally it is otherwise correct. Logically the equation is correct, but dimensionally it is incorrect if we are in spherical or cylindrical system. So that is why we introduce again these notations f, g and h. Okay. Now I can write that dt is also equal to del t dot dl. Okay. Or I can write that this is equal to del tu du, okay, del tu dot du plus del tv dot dv plus del tw. This is the u component, v component and w component into dw. Okay. I am expanding this. It should have, when I am taking a dot product, only two parallel vector will get multiplied, I dot I in Cartesian system, x dot x will give, if x cap is the unit vector, then only x cap dot x cap will give me 1, otherwise it will be 0. So, I am only trying to do that because I am taking a dot product here. Shruti, theek hai? So, now if I compare this equation here, okay, so what I get? I get del t by del u is equal to 1 upon f del tu. ये ठीक है? If I compare this and this, मिलता है? तो इसी तरीके से we can calculate for all the components. बताइए. Write down for all the component del t by del v and del t by del w. Okay. Now I will state a small theorem, which is fundamental theorem of gradient. If I have 2 points A and B, if I have 2 points A and B, okay, and when I move from A to B, the scalar function t will vary as Tb, if I am moving like this, Tb minus Ta. Okay. Scalar function would go like this, Tb minus Ta. If I move from A to B, the change in the scalar function t would be equal to Tb minus Ta. Okay. And this is equivalent to saying this is equal to A to B dt. Okay. And from gradient theorem, it is equal to A to B del t dot dl. Okay. This is equal to dt A to B del t dot dl. This theorem is the fundamental theorem of gradients. Okay? And another small thing, this is just a logical reasoning. If you have a very small distance, if your line length is du, okay, if you have a very small distance du and you want, and if suppose you take a still smaller segment on the line and then you want to integrate it over du, your line is itself very small, this line segment is very small, you take a smaller segment, say d delta u, and then you want to integrate it. So what will happen, then you can write that f du is actually equal to f du. This will be the same thing, right? So these two things we will have to keep in mind, okay. So now I will come here. Just one second. See, there is a small mistake in this equation. Let me tell you what is the mistake. See, this is dt, okay. Now I have introduced FGH here, whether it is right or not, let us see. See, this equation is actually balanced, dt we are equating to dt, so we do not require FGH here. The introduction of FGH is not correct. Do you understand? आपने जैसे ही यहाँ पे g रखा और आप यदि मान लीजिए spherical system में हैं, so you are actually telling that this term is equal to r dt by dv into dv, which is not equal to dt, right? So this is dimensionally incorrect. So here we will not have these terms. Rather, then I will write that del t, that dt is equal to del t dot dl. Then I will write that this is equal to del t u f du plus del t v g dv plus del t w h dw. Now this is right. I have expanded dl. I am writing dl as f du plus अभी जो हमने आपको लिखवाया था f du g dv plus h dw. तो हमने dl की जगह वो वाले terms को substitute कर दिया. Okay. Now you compare these two equations and find out the value of del tu. Del tu is equal to 1 by f del t by del u. ठीक है ये? Is it okay? पीछे. And del tv is equal to 1 by g del t by del v, and del tw is equal to del t 1 by h del t by del w. So I get gradient of t in arbitrary coordinates u v w as 1 by f del t by del u plus 1 by g del t by del v plus 1 by h del t by del w. This is the gradient. Now if you are in Cartesian, replace it appropriately. FGH are 1, FGH are 1, okay. So what you get? Del t by del x, del t by del y, del t by z, del z. ठीक है? Okay. So and you can include here u cap, v cap and w cap. Okay. Gradient, when you take del t, it should be a vector quantity, so u v w cap should be there. You can also have here u cap, v cap and w cap. Now if we go to spherical system, then gradient of t will be equal to f is equal to 1 in spherical system, del t by del u. What is u? R. So it is del t by del r cap, plus g is r. In spherical system, what is the value of g? R. So it is 1 by r del t by del r, del t by del theta, theta cap, and 1 upon h is equal to 1 by r sin theta del t by del phi, phi cap. Okay. Similarly, you can write for cylindrical system also. Just substitute the values and you will get for cylindrical system. So this was on divergence. If there is a confusion, you please tell me. I will explain it again. Is there a confusion? No. Piche, boys. So now we move on to divergence. This we have calculated gradient, a general expression for gradient, and by using that table you can calculate gradient in any coordinate system. Okay. Now we go to divergence. For divergence, I again have the coordinate system UVW. Okay. So when I am going to use, when I have to calculate divergence, I will just remember the fundamental divergence theorem. The divergence theorem converts surface area into surface integral into volume integral. बताइए. F dot dA is equal to del dot F d tau, यही होता है ना, dV यही होता है. So it means I would first try to calculate the surface area of a given surface, and then I will try to convert it into a volume integral. Okay. So if I have a vector function V varying in V u V w, okay, and it is given as V u u cap, V v v cap plus V w w cap, where V is the vector function. Okay. Now I am interested in calculating or evaluating the integral V dot dA. A is the small surface area. A is the small surface area generated on a parallelopipe which say looks like this. Okay. So I suppose that I am interested in calculating this area, the front surface. Okay. So if I am interested in calculating, so let this axis, this one be h, this should have some finite length h dw, यहाँ पे लिख देती हूँ, this is h dw, okay, and this is f du, and this is g dv. ठीक है. Now remember, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, v dot dA, v is a vector function. What is dA? Surface area. But I am taking a dot product. So what does that mean? V and dA are what quantities? नहीं. V could be any vector. V could be, velocity, flow of liquid, anything. But are they scalars or vectors? Dot product ले रहे हैं. So it means नहीं V and dA individually vector. So what is the direction of this dA? If I take this surface I draw here, this surface, what is the direction? Tell me. Perpendicular to the surface, the direction is this one. Is it clear? नहीं समझ में आया. Always, now area is considered as a vector quantity, and if it is a vector quantity, it should have some direction. Okay. So if suppose I have a pipe, water is flowing through it. Okay. So the direction of flow of water coming out of this surface will give me the direction of the surface area. So what is the direction of the water that will come out of the surface area or out of this cross section? It will be this, right? So this is the rule. So whenever you have an area, so this is the perpendicular direction is the direction of the vector. Is it clear? Yes. It can be inside also, right? If you are trying to take only the sign would, I mean if you are taking flow outside, you have to make a convention. If you say okay, water coming out is positive and coming in is negative, then the surface area, if you calculate in this direction, it is positive. In this direction magnitude is same, only the direction is inverted by 180 degrees. Okay? So this is the rule. So okay, I will draw it again. So now I am interested in calculating this area dA, which has been generated on a small parallelopipe, or you can say a cuboid. Cuboid means which has got rectangular side. It will not have a square side, it will have rectangular sides. So I want to calculate the surface area which is on a cuboid or on a rectangular volume. Okay? So for that I had drawn, I will draw it slightly if it should be clear, so that you do not have any problem. You can also draw straight line, but I am drawing it like this just to ensure that we have taken an arbitrary volume, because when you take any volume it need not be with very perfect shape. So we have taken some arbitrary volume, so I am drawing it like this. Okay. And now we have to give the dimensions. So the dimensions go like this. This is this one, this front face, this is HDW. Okay. And we take this as GDV and this as FDU. And I have, if I want to calculate the surface area here, this would be what? This is V, this is W. So what should be the direction? इस surface का direction क्या होगा? U cap, V cap, W cap क्या होगा बताइए? हाँ बताइए. U cap. And what about this surface? W cap. Okay. So it means I can write that dA for the upper surface is equal to F G du dV into W cap. ठीक है. For the upper surface the area would be Fg du dV W cap. ठीक है. And for the front surface the area would be dA would be equal to GH dW U cap. यही होगा. GH dV, that is H dW into G dV into U cap area. U cap will give me the direction, sorry. So I have H dW into G dv into u cap. So what I have? I have gh dw dv u cap. Okay. So what would be the area of the back surface? इसके पीछे भी एक surface होगा, उसका एरिया क्या होगा बताइए? नहीं, इसके पीछे ये जो बैक सरफेस है, ये वाला सरफेस, इसके बैक में जो सरफेस है, दिस इज द फ्रंट सरफेस, बैक सरफेस का एरिया क्या होगा? टेल मी. This is the front surface area. So now you will be looking at the surface from there. So direction will be, it is outwards, that would be inwards. So magnitude would remain the same, only direction would get changed. Okay, is it clear, boys? So I will have dA, for that would be minus gh dv dw u cap. Okay. So when I move from here to here, area is not changing, only the coordinates are changing. Okay. So if I assume that my coordinates here are u, v, w, and here at this point are u plus du and v, w. Okay. At this point this is increasing in dv. So here I will have u v plus dv w. Okay. So now I need not bother about other coordinates. So when I go from here to here, what is changing? U has changed. So it means I am calculating the front surface at u, whereas the back surface at u plus du. So for any differentiable function f, I can write that d or f u plus du minus fu is equal to what? बताइए. Basic theorem of differentiation बताइए. df by du into du ही तो होगा ये. This will be equal to df by du into du, right? So what is the change? When I go from here to here, I have to calculate the change when I move from here to here, and that change is equal to, I will write down here, so that will be equal to del by del u gh into, now I have du. Du is f du. I cannot write du because I don't know what it is. So I will write f du. So it will be f du dv dw. Okay. This is equal to what? gh f du dv dw. Okay. And here I should have a function also. The vector function will change. Change will be in the vector function, right? So it will be d by du gh vu f du dv dw. Now what is this du dv dw? If I take a small displacement vector dl, then it is written as f du u cap plus g dv v cap plus h dw w cap. This is the displacement vector. So what would be the infinitesimal volume d tau? Would be f g h du dv dw. होगा कि नहीं? because these are the components along UVW. So the infinitesimal volume d tau would be equal to FGH du dV dW. ओके, ये वॉल्यूम है, तो वॉल्यूम क्या होगा, ये क्या है, ये लेंथ है, दीज आर दी साइड्स FDU GdV HdW. So what is the volume? Volume is this small volume. Okay, so from here I can say that du dV dW is equal to 1 by FGH d tau. I can write 1 by FGH d tau. So I replace that here. So I write that this is equal to del by del U Vu into du dV dW, and this should be equal to 1 by FGH del by del U Vu into d tau. This conversion comes from here. Okay. So I wrote here, so what I was wanting to calculate, I wanted to calculate V dot dA. My aim was to calculate V dot dA, and I wrote that dA is equal to, for say for this surface, is equal to Fg into du dV into W cap. Okay, हमने यही निकाला था. Now we were taking GH. So this is GH and that is du dV into W cap. So what is V dot dA? What is V dot dA? बताइए. We are taking this area of this surface. Area of this surface is GH dV dW U cap. Okay. Now what would be V dot dA? What would be V dot dA? बताइए. V dot dA क्या होगा? Why Vu? Right. So we will have V dot dA will be equal to GH dot Vu dV dW U cap. ठीक है. V dot dA will be GH dot Vu dV dW into U cap. Oh sorry, there will not be any U cap, that is right. So now I will say that for any function I can write that Vu plus du minus Vu is equal to dV by du into du. ठीक है, ये वही हमने फंक्शन लिखा था. तो if I have this V dot dA here, and when I move from this plane to this plane, I only change on the u coordinate. So what would be the resulting expression here? What would be this? This would be equal to del by del u GH dot Vu into du dV dW. इतना ही तो होगा. मैग्नीट्यूड तो चेंज हो नहीं रहा है. Only the coordinates are changing, and those change you have taken here into account. Okay. So the value would be, आपने यहाँ पे जो है V dot dA की वैल्यू को ऐसे सब्सटीट्यूट कर दिया. Your surface area is changing. क्या चेंज हो रहा है? सरफेस एरिया चेंज हो रहा है. V dot dA जब आप यहाँ से यहाँ जा रहे हैं, although the change is in the direction but it is still changing. So that change is equivalent to this. Okay. Now why this has come? You have a confusion why from here this d by d to why del by del has come. Okay, because our v is function of UVW all. ठीक है, that's why we have taken this partial derivative here. So now I move forward. This is now from here I can write from this one that this change is equal to this is equal to, that is dV by du into du is equal to 1 upon f gh del by del u gh dot Va Vu into d tau. You can say, okay, what she is asking is, here we have V, then why we are taking the value of V dot dA? Because see this is a vector field. Vector field has changed by an infinitesimal amount on these two surfaces. Okay, and I want to, if it is a velocity, I want to know that what is the effect on the velocity field. Okay, so I will calculate. I have to calculate either on the distance with the distance vector, or with the surface area vector, or with the volume vector. But I want to estimate the change on the surface area, because that is my aim and I have to calculate divergence. So for calculating divergence, if I calculate the surface area, that will be equivalent to, I can convert this surface integral into a volume integral. That is the reason. Now here you can consider this as a function fu, and you can say that f is equal to here v dot dA. It could be anything. Okay. So I have written this for dV by du. Similarly, I can write for dV by dV, d capital V by small v. So for that I will get dV v by dV into dV, that will be equal to f gh del by del V, and this will be equal to f h dot Vv into d tau. यही होगा. And del Vw by del W is equal to 1 by Fgh del by del W F G Vw d tau. Okay. Okay, you can take it df by du. If you take that, she wants it to be f, you take it f and assume that f is equal to v dot dA. You make this assumption and then you take it like this. Okay, then the total surface integral would be equal to then I can write that v dot dA would be equal to 1 upon Fgh del by del u Gh Vu plus del by del V Fh Vv plus del by del W F G V W d tau. ठीक है. So from the divergence theorem, I know that integral of V dot dA is equal to volume integral of del dot V d tau. ठीक है, ये theorem है. So from here I can say that this expression is equal to del dot V. Compare करके we compare it. So if I compare and again we will say that for small, जो हमने argument पहले लिखा था कि integral of on a very small area V dot dA is integral of V dot dA will be equal to V dot dA. Integral will go away. Okay, for infinitesimally small areas, small volumes and small lengths, I can make this assumption. ठीक है. So in that case, this is your expression for divergence. Now let us see whether it is correct or not. So del dot V, yes Shruti, what is the problem? ये है ना सारे. आपको यदि आप now you have taken change in one direction, but you will have to take change in all the direction. आपका coordinate system has moved from u v w to u plus du, v plus dv and w plus dw. So this change was only when your coordinate system changed from u to u plus du, and this is change corresponding when you are moving on the arm, when your coordinates are changing from v to v plus dv, and this is the change when you are moving from w to u plus dw. So you will have to take the total change. कहाँ पे? This is that's what I am telling, that for small infinitesimal integration, if your element is very small, then this, as I told you, that integral, line integral of f dot du is actually equal to f du. You can write this unless all your elements are very small. Okay. So now it is clear. Is it clear or not? So I have del dot V is equal to this expression. Now let us check if this is, I mean we are getting the desired results or not. So for Cartesian system FGH is 1, and then I have GH is again 1. So I have del VU by del x, that is del Vx by del x, del Vy by del y plus del Vz by del z. Now this time let us check for cylindrical system. In cylindrical system, this is equal to, अब cylindrical system में FGH, what is the value? 1 by r. For cylindrical system value is 1 by r. So I have 1 by r del by del u, that is equal to r of GH. What is GH in cylindrical system? R, H is 1, G is R. So I have R and VR. Okay. Plus I come to the second term. So 1 by r can go common. I come to the second term, del by del V, that is del by del theta. FH is just, it will be del V theta by del theta. Okay. Plus del by del Z FG VW. what is G? G is R, so I have R Vz. Okay, is it okay? So this is the expression for divergence in cylindrical coordinate system. ठीक है? So now we will move on to curl, and if you have any confusion then you please tell me, we will do it again. यदि आपको लग रहा है ये नहीं समझ में आया, this is important. So यदि आपको ये नहीं समझ में आया तो please tell me, we will do it again in the next lecture and then we will move forward. Okay?